Hi there, this is Richard from Ascend Education. Now today I'm going to be going over compound interest, which is a component of financial and recursion mathematics on your exam. Now today I'm going to go over the conventional method of answering the question using relations and rules, as well as a calculator tool that I developed that will certainly make your life a lot easier. Now, you guys are going to see how long it takes to do it using the standard method and the calculator tool that I created to ensure that you do get the right answer every single time. So, we have Harry investing $15,000 at an annual interest rate of 5.8%, compounding quarterly. And we're looking for the amount of interest earned in the third year and the value of the investment. So what we have to do is either generate the relation or the rule. So let's have a go at that. So we know that Vn for the rule, which is what I usually use, is 1 plus r on 100c to the power of n. Now you need to remember that n is a number of periods. So if we fix that up, Vn is equal to 15,000. 1 plus r, which is 5.8, and it's compounding quarterly, so it's 400, because that's 100 times 4. Now we need to find the value and in the third year, so we're looking for v12. Okay, because 3 years times 4 compounding periods is 12. So it's 15,000. 1 plus 5.8 divided by 400 to the power of 12. What we also need to do is find V8, which is the value at the end of the second year. So we can see the gain from the second year to the third year, so the value of the interest earned in the third year. So it becomes 15,000, 1 plus 5.8, 400 to the power of 8. Let's see what we get in both these situations. Oops, to the power of 12. And then the next one to the power of 8. So it's 17,828.5 and 16,830.9. So, interest earned is equal to V12 take away VA, which is given as 997.631, and the value after the third year is 16,828.5. Now as you can see, that took about 2 minutes to do, 2 minutes 20. Now what I'm going to show you is this calculator tool. It does it much quicker. So this is a compound interest calculator, and this is found in My Documents Financial, and it is in that folder on your CAS. Now page 1.2 is used for solving any of these values. Now the one that we're interested in is page 1.3, because this finds you the amount of interest earned between years. Okay? And then lastly, page 1.4 is a new study design, which is a recurrence relation modeling. So if we go to that, it actually produces an amortization table for us. That shows us, if I open up the computer model, the initial value, the interest earned, and then the final value. So if you had to do this for your SAC, you'll just use this and this will automatically generate it for you. Okay, so let's go back to the handheld model. So we're going to go to page 1.3. We're trying to find the interest between years. So let's restart it and see how long it takes. So let's press play. The principal invested is 15,000. The interest rate is 5.8%. The compounds per year is 4. The last year is the third year, and the first year is the second. And we stop there. 17 seconds. Interest in between is 997.631, and a value at the last year, which is year 3, is 17,828.5. So this took about 1/6 of the time, and it checked your answers for you. Okay. Now what we're going to go through next is another example. So we have Alison investing 25,000 for 2 years in a compound interest investment account. The value of the investment after 2-year period is 32,500. The annual interest rate required for the investment to reach a value of 32,500 is. So we're going to need to go to page 1.2. and we're just going to type in our inputs. So we're going to do it using the CAS, and then we're going to do it using the conventional method. Okay, so display. Principal invested is 25,000. Interest rate is unknown. The compounds per year is 4. Actually, it's 1 because we don't know what it is. It says annual, sorry. Number of years is 2, and the final value of the investment is 32,500. So if we pause it there, it says that R is equal to 14.0175. And what we're going to do now is do it using the standard method. So we have to generate a rule, and then use a solve application on our CAS. So let's make a start. So that's our general rule formula. So V2 is equal to 25,000. 1 plus our R, which is unknown, on 100 times 1 to the power of 2. And we know that that's already equal to 32,500. Okay, so we have to use solve. Menu, algebra, solve. Type that in, we get 25,000 times 1 plus R divided by 100 to the power of 2 is equal to 32,500, comma, R, and we press enter. Press control, enter. Let's pause it there. So R value is 14.0175, which proves that that answer is correct. And that only took about 20 seconds, which was half the time. Now the reason why we exclude this answer of negative 214 is because we don't have a negative percentage. Our percentage is always between 0 and 100. It doesn't make sense for you to have a percentage greater than that. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email at richard@ascendeducation.com.au.